Welcome everyone to Bod After Dark. I'm your host Ari Barmapov, and I'm here to talk about fitness, health, wellness, food, and everything in between. Looking forward to talking to you today. We had a great week today. Went to the gym, got back into it, got some chest, tricep, and shoulders done. So I was very happy about that. Got some new swag over here. Under Armour with the Bull. Man, I love these shirts so much. They're so good, so comfortable. It is great. Really happy to have them over here. See a couple of people filling in over here. Good to have you. So, like I was saying, this week we got to do chest and tricep for the first time after about a month of not being able to do it. Physiotherapist gave me the green light, thumbs up, big old double fisting over here, and it was unbelievable. I was so happy to get back into it. First exercise was bench, and I was a lot stronger at it than I thought. Looking back at some of the footage that I took, the when I was doing bench with the plate on both sides, that weight was moving, and it was moving quickly. I was so happy about it. It was something that was so much fun to be able to do. And it sounds funny when I say fun going and doing bench press, but it really was feeling that weight moving so easily, so smoothly, and so quickly, and getting that nice big pump in, which was fan freaking tastic. Triceps are probably one of my favorite muscle groups to train. So getting back into that and training some triceps was good. Shoulders, I was still feeling a little bit of pain in my shoulders. It was tweaking a little bit, but you know what? For the most part, it wasn't too bad. It's pretty good. Can't complain. You know, it got the muscles nice and warm and definitely felt better the next day than what I was feeling beforehand. In terms of food, my diet's getting better. I've been a little weak on that part in terms of my eating, but I'm getting back into it. This weekend, I'm going to be going to Costco and meal prepping again, like I used to before, which was amazing when I used to meal prep because I bought all the food that I would eat for the week. I would be very strict on my cooking, how I was cooking, what I was cooking. It was very easy to stay to it. I need to get my Quest chips back up again. Gotta love my Quest chips. For all you OGs, remember the carnivore month. Quest chips, I lived off that shit. It was so amazing, so incredible. Something else interesting that happened this week, I met a guy that I think is going to be my trainer for my bodybuilding show next year. He's a former IFBB pro and he's trained quite a few natural lifters. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting some good direction from him, which will be absolutely amazing to get direction from a professional who's done this for so many years. He's been training for about 35 years, I think he said, which is incredible. That's a lot of time, about as long as I've been alive, actually. So that is pretty good on that aspect. So I'm really looking forward to that. And let's see what else. What else? Um, Probably going to start working with him in and around um, about 3 to 4 months before my prep. So probably around March, April, May, and then June. Yeah. So I would say beginning of March, end of February, I'll start working with him right after Valentine's Day. Have a nice Valentine's Day meal and bam, get right into it. And I know that he's going to get me to do a lot of fasted cardio, which I am not going to like. Fasted cardio is not my thing, not something that I enjoy doing at all in any regard. And it's probably the reason why I've stagnated with my weight loss a little bit now. However, it's something that I will be willing to do come prep time to get down. I'm going to really try to get down to about 13% before my prep and then cut from 13% down to about 5% during prep and get as close to that point as humanly possible. Probably won't get there, but we'll see how close we can get. I know just with my frame and the way that I'm built, it's going to be a lot easier for me to go and get a lot leaner and still maintain my muscle mass because I'm just such a big guy to begin with. So, that's something that's pretty cool and that I'll be able to maintain. And of course, you guys know that my legs are amazing. I fucking love my legs. They're probably my most genetically gifted body part. I'm so lucky having legs like that. And yeah, tomorrow is leg day. Today I did arms. I hate leg day, but I'm coming around on it. It's not been too bad. My son has been having a little bit of a thing where he likes me to put him on his shoulders and do squats. So that's getting me a little bit more motivated to doing legs. Other thing that I wanted to talk about here today was Joe Aesthetics or Joe Linder. I know that this happened a couple of weeks ago, but it's just so unbelievably sad as to what happened with him. Joe was such an incredible guy. He put out such amazing content. He was so young. I think that I'm 36 years old and he was 30 and dying from a heart attack is just scary. So unbelievably scary. And if it could happen to a 30-year-old who's in probably the best shape of his life, then it can absolutely happen to anyone. Anyone. So that's really makes you think about being really thankful for what you have, being very, very thankful for every single day that you're on this planet, being so thankful for every minute that you get to spend with your loved ones because you never know what's going to happen. They're here today and tomorrow they could be gone because of like that, because of something that happened. And I always like to practice thankfulness and be very thankful for all the people in my life that I have. I'm very lucky that I still have both of my parents who are alive. And, I try to speak to my mom at least once a day just to go and even say hi, talk to her on the way to the gym or on the way back from the gym. And yeah, because you never know how much longer you're going to have with them. You really don't. And if you spend all of your days just cooking and working out, then you're going to come to regret it. You're going to come to say that, oh, I wish that I spent some more time with her. I wish that I had one more chance to speak with her on the phone. And I don't want to live in regrets. And my mom is an absolute gem of a person. As much as she annoys me and frustrates me at times, she is still an incredible person. So amazing. And I love her to bits. And so want to spend as much time talking to her as I can for as long as I have. And I know I say that, but she's 68, so she still has quite a number of years to go. But again, you never know. You never know what can happen in life and what life is going to throw at you. All right. So let's put it over to the chat and see what type of questions that we have coming out over here. See a question over here coming through. What is your favorite chest exercise? That's a great question. Great question. My absolute favorite chest exercise of all time is incline dumbbell press. I find that I get the best contraction when I do it. I feel it the most. And ever since I actually started working out back in, I'm going to say 2009, 2010, somewhere in around that range. No, maybe a little bit later. 2012, 12 or 13. It was probably around there. and before I had kids, and I did incline dumbbell press, and I fell in love with the movement. And it was since then I have been doing it almost every single chest day. I have done incline dumbbell press. As of late, I haven't done it as much because it's hard on the AC joints, so I don't want to aggravate it more than it already is, and taking it easy also gives me an opportunity to get better at bench. However, it is still till today one of my favorite exercises to do. Other than that, for chest, I'm really coming around to the seated hammer strength machine where you're seated in a chair, you get to lean back and really push in. I don't know, I find the range of movement is really easy. It's extremely easy to do, and it's just something that I really love. So I can feel a nice, huge chest contraction with that workout. And other than that, the movement that challenges me the most that I want to get better at are dips. I think that the way that you build a very strong upper back or upper front portion of your body is with dips. I think dips get you your arms huge, they get your chest huge, they work your shoulders a little bit. So you really work almost everything that you could possibly work by doing triceps. So that's definitely something that I love to do. When it comes to back exercise, I'm really liking the plate loaded hammer strength machines as well. They're also something that are really, really fun and that I feel I can get a super strong contraction off of when I'm using them. The one where you're pulling forward your seated row, and the one where you're pulling overhead. The part that I like to do is when you're doing the movement, the natural weight progression, or not weight progression, but the movement and the weight path is very natural when it comes to back. So I'm able to lean back, pull up, and really pull down into it very easily. And I can get really great contraction in my lats and really feel it, which is fantastic and great. And that's really what you want, is to activate your lats in different ways. I can hit my upper lats, I can hit my lower lats, and everything. But end of the day, if you want to build a ridiculously strong body, just sticking, it's like Tanner Shuck says, who's just such a gem of a content creator and just no bullshit whatsoever. And he says this all the time. All the time he says this. Don't just stick to the basics. Stick to the basics. Push-ups, pull-ups, dips, squat, deadlift, bench. You really don't need much more than that. And with deadlift, bent over rows, I guess. Heavy bent over rows is a part of that deadlift-esque movement, which is going to build you a ridiculously strong back. It's going to build you a ridiculously strong when it comes to calisthenics and working with your body. And you don't really need too much more than that. A lot of people have these trendy, interesting moves, and you take the plate and you push it out, and you push it out while standing up, and it's like, no, that doesn't work your chest. That is working your shoulders. That does not work your chest. Stop doing it. It looks cool, but it's not effective. And then bringing the plates up like this, I don't know. To me, it's not effective. It's not a great way to go and work out your chest, and it's not hitting it in the most optimal way. possible. And it's the same with the preacher bicep curls. It's not something that really hits your biceps the way that it should hit your biceps. And you're better off just using dumbbells the way they were intended or using cables because they are going to hit your biceps even more. Speaking of bicep curls, it's interesting because I was at the hardware store picking up some shelves for my front, and I had to hold them in my arms. And when I was holding them in my arms, I felt like a lot of stability when I was holding them. Whereas before, I wouldn't have been able to hold it as much. I would have had to transfer arms a bunch. But I was able to hold it and hold it for quite a long time, which is really really cool. It's something that that I probably wouldn't have been able to do as much before. So that's something that I was very happy with myself with. For right now, I'm mostly focusing on getting stronger. I'm focusing on consistency, going to the gym a lot, eating well, and just doing the right activities. One thing I've been lacking has been water. I need to drink more water. This thing is a godsend. It helps me to drink quite a bit. Also, SodaStream really helps me to drink a crap ton of water because they come in 500 milliliter bottles, and I'll down one of those bottles for lunch or during any given meal. So it really helps me to get a lot of liquid in me. Is water better? Yeah, water's better. But if it's helping you get more liquids in you and you're getting an extra 2 or 3 liters of water in you because of the zero cal soda, it's a heck of a lot better than not having it at all. Heck of a lot better. Definitely would recommend that over anything. So it looks like we don't have too many people today. So I think that we're going to cut the live a little bit short because people seem to be busy for tonight. We'll look into rescheduling it for another time and getting people, a little bit more notice so that you can come in and chill. Really love hanging out with you guys and, stay consistent, stay amazing, and I will see you beautiful people tomorrow. Take care.